Hi there, Sue Stapp here. Thanks for joining me today. I am about to unbox my new paper pumpkin that came in the mail last week. And this is called Friends of a Feather, and it's the October 2018 paper pumpkin. So let's see what's inside here. And if you've watched any of my other videos, you know that I do an opening of the box and a reveal of what's in it. And then I'll make what their suggestions are, but then I'll also make some alternatives which you might want to try any variation of. So this is the great box. So we've got a little thing in here. Wait till you see what's inside. Put a bow on your Christmas prep with Paper Pumpkin, your one-stop box for holiday paper crafting. Don't miss it. This is going to be coming out in November, and you can see it's a beautiful plaid box that could be reused. These are really sturdy. I use them for a lot of things around my craft room. Let's see what kind of sayings we have here. Get a scrap piece of paper. It says, friends of a feather stick together. That's this one. Get well, thinking of you, and may hope make you feel lighter. And then there's some beautiful leaves, some little decoration points, a line. So it looks like we've got a couple different options for Get Well cards and cards out to our friends. The Stampin' Spot this month is called Night of Navy, and you do get a different Stampin' Spot each month, and these are great for traveling, or I give them out as prizes sometimes, and throughout the year they don't duplicate, so you'll end up with 12 of these Stampin' Spots if you subscribe to the year. And our tissue paper, and then here's our kit. Let's put the box out of the way. And this is the kits. Let's see, they have two options here for, look like they're both cards this month. Sometimes they'll have, like last month they had treat bags for Halloween, which worked out really good. And let's go ahead and get this cut. I can open it and see what all's in here. And the wheels start turning when the minute these things come out of here. I start thinking of things that I might want to do. Well, didn't I get underneath there? It's not cooperating with me today. Let's get a corner. That'd be better. There we go. Ooh, I see some, is that copper or gold thread? Baker's twine and ribbon. I love the metallics at the holiday time, and in this little bag here we've got our little glue dots, and that's used to just adhere things down instead of tape runner or liquid glue. And then there's a strip of our dimensionals. These are our 3D adhesives that give your card a height variation. And this is a pretty bow, or pretty ribbon. I like it. Very nice. We got some coordinating sequins. And like I said, the baker's twine. Isn't that pretty? Okay, let's see. On the back of the package, it tells you what all is inside here. And I will go through that real quickly with you, just so that I know how many we have of certain things. Friends of a Feather photopolymer stamp set. That's what I just read to you, Night of Navy Stampin' Spot. We have 8 printed card bases and 8 printed envelopes. There's 3 sheets of die cut elements, 6 sheets of laser cut elements, 2 yards of metallic twine, 1 yard of vanilla gold weave ribbon, and 30 adhesive back sequins, 55 dimensionals, and 150 adhesive dots. So we're gonna make 8 cards. There's 2 different designs, and on our list here it tells you what color theme they've used this month. It's Cajun Craze, Coastal Cabana, Crumb Cake, Fresh Fig, Grapefruit Grove, and Night of Navy. And this will tell you a step-by-step on what we're going to do to make these cards. And these look pretty simple, so let's go through the box and get a closer look at each one of these. These are the envelopes, and you can see that they have an address spot here on the front. And there are 4 of those, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, look at the pretty cards. See that detail on the edge? I love it. Very pretty. there are 4 of those. And then the other ones, this will be the other ones. This looks like it's note card size. And sometimes whenever I'm doing cards, I do a small note card, like a thank you or something. But a lot of times I'll cut these up because they have great paper on them that I can use on other cards. And so there's 4 of these. And these go with this size card. And again, I can always use the paper, use alternatives, switch it around. But this has a real pretty, let me put the color in this so you can see it better. See the die cut on there? Isn't that gorgeous? I love the leaves. Very nice. And then we have some big old leaves, banana leaves look like, and we have them in the Cajun Craze. There's 2 sheets of those, and those are all die cut and ready for you to punch right out, nice and easy. And then we have the adhesive labels or glue down labels. This is also in Cajun Craze. And we have another packet that has the Fresh Fig, the Cabana, Coastal Cabana, and the Night of Navy die cuts. So lots of die cuts in this kit. Oh, I love them. I think I'll be using a lot of these in my alternatives. This is Night of Navy, and this sheet here is the oval templates. And we'll be using those. There's 6 of those. And then here's other ones that there are 8 of, and they have a floral motif in the 2 prominent colors there, Coastal Cabana and the Cajun Craze. And then there's a series of little die cuts here, which usually these are to put tags or labels onto the cards. So I'll punch those all out and use those as I'm putting together the cards. So I will be back in a flash and have some options for you for creating some great cards this month. Thanks again for stopping in. All right, I'm back with you now. I've got some cards to share with you, and these are all part of the October Paper Pumpkin. We had a little reveal ahead of this video, and I wanted to show you the cards that were made from the kit as they designed them. This is that layered one, looks really nice. And then this one has a beautiful scallop border, and it has a couple of the feathers, and it says Friends of a Feather Stick Together. So there's enough for you to make 4 of each of these cards in this kit with all of the decorations. And you'll have some left over too. Now what I like to do is I put together those 2, but I like to see where my mind takes me on some of these other ones. And as you can tell, I've been working really hard here at my desk. I think I got a little glitter all over the place. I don't know how that happens. This is one, I made it into a thank you card. Now thank you is not part of the little stamp set that you get this month. There's Get Well and Thinking of You, but I did have thank you from a previous stamp order. So that I put on here just with the leaves. I thought the scallop border really dressed it up. And then I did this one just with, I sponged some colors on here, and this is the pretty ribbon that came in the kit, and these were little die cuts, and I just thought they looked pretty, like they were springing up out of the ground. This one I used with our Grapefruit Grove, and I like this color a lot, and they came pre-stamped with these little designs here, so I put the thank you in there and then just stamped these on and added a little embellishment. This curved piece here actually came from an envelope that I cut up into pieces, and I'll show you how I do that in a second. This one I did as a Get Well card, and this is that beautiful laser cut print that looks like tropical to me. And so that's just on the crumb cake cardstock. And this one is the insides of one of the envelopes that are in the kit. And I put that on here along with this little bow, and that's part of the kit also. And then I stamped it, Friends of a Feather Stick Together. And this is one I thought was very pretty. This is also one of the envelopes, the insides of the envelope. So you can really get creative with some of this stuff. It's endless. Now, this is the inside of the trifold card. And I liked how the purple looked like a watercolor almost. And I think it looks great with this Coastal Cabana trim. So I put that on there. And then this one here I just did with the laser cut, and I actually stamped with the feather stamp that comes in this set. And I just stamped all the way around the border here and put congratulations on. Even this line with the dots and these little squiggles afterwards are part of the free kit that you get, stamps that you get with the kit. A little tongue-tied. This one just says thinking of you, and again, this is that same purple watercolor look. I really like that a lot. And I love layering cards. I just think it gives it such a great impact that I usually try and put at least 2 layers on every card. Now this one is just kind of using the negative space here and floating that purple in there. And that is the outside of the envelope that I cut down. This is where the where you would address it to. And these are the backs of the little die cuts, like these I did on the white side. So that's pretty crafty, huh? And one other thing that I want to show you, and this is one I was looking online. I'd gotten a notice because I subscribed to some different things. And this was Rachel Tessman, and she does a trifold card, and she used the laser cut and she made it into a tea light holder. Now, let's see, how can I do this? Let's see if we can make this so you can see it. And what I did was I put the silver glimmer paper on the 2 sides, and that reflects that light off of there. So pretty. Can you see? I hope so. But it really does make a cute little gift or party favor or placemat name tag. You could do different ones. But I wanted to show you because I got all these things done, and I still have a slew of parts, and I can do some more cards. These are all feathers and die cuts. There's some big ones, there's some little ones. There's all different things. I only used a couple of my sequins on my cards, so I still have those. And again, this beautiful baker's twine. These are the blue ovals that could go on the front of a card. The stamp set I can use forever. And this is that ribbon. I did use a couple pieces of that on the cards that I made. So, oops, sorry. And then I also have the pieces that I cut apart. And I still have the crumb cake cardstock. This is one of them I haven't even cut apart yet. This is the piece that I cut off, and I'll use that on another card. This is where I used that one piece that was curved on the side, and I just put a piece of cardstock up against it. And you can see the inside of this envelope is that purple and red. I thought that, or Cajun craze, I guess it is. But some are with the flowers and some are not. And the orange was the envelopes, and that had that pretty light orange, and not orange, it's, what is it, Grapefruit Grove. And to do that, to make paper out of your envelopes is pretty easy. I take them apart this way because I like to use every possible part of it. And then I'll take my Stampin' Trimmer and I will cut down these edges, and you can see the big piece of decorative paper you have here to use. So I'm going to cut that down. And I'll cut the other side also. And the orange off the bottom. And then I will also, let's see, how long is this? This is 6, so I don't really want that. I want like 5 1/4. So I'll keep that, and then I'll cut this piece down. So I have a nice front for a card just out of that. Now, I could cut that into shapes. I could also layer underneath it some of the solid orange. I don't know why I keep calling it orange. It's Grapefruit Grove. It is a pretty orange color though. So, and you can see how the colors just coordinate with different things. You can interchange the Grapefruit Grove and the Fresh Fig on here, and the Fresh Fig, of course, goes great with this. And then because this is the Cajun Craze, that's the deeper color, this would go great with that one. So there's a lot of opportunities, and you can probably think up a lot more things that I haven't even begun to touch on yet, just looking at some of these great things. And like I say, it makes some beautiful cards. I like to put these together, and once I start, I just kind of go everywhere. So I like to pass on information if I know someone who had created the card and I cased it, which was Rachel Tessman. Again, that's this trifold candlelight holder. And I really like that. I might make some of those for Christmas gifts. What do you think? So Paper Pumpkin, monthly subscription, $19.95, and you get delivered right to your home the complete kit in the box that has all the instructions and all the parts to create the featured product. And this time it's Friends of a Feather, and there's 4 of the cards, the large cards with the scallop, and then there's 4 of the laser cut cards. So you have 8 cards total in here, and that is a great deal. What is that? Just a little over 20 cents a piece? No, couldn't be. $20 divided by 8, 9 and 2, $2 a piece. Oh God, that's why I'm not a math teacher, huh? Oh goodness. All right, so this is all the stuff I have left. I've had fun putting this together, and next month they have a beautiful package that you're going to be getting if you subscribe. You have to subscribe before the 10th of November to get this kit sent to your house. Otherwise, it'll be the next kit that comes out in December. So this is, I'm sure this will have some fun stuff in it. And you can sign up for that at my website at, oops, all my stuff is all covered up, SueStapp.stampinup.net. And I hope you found this informative. I hope I got your creative juices flowing, and I look forward to talking to you again soon. Thank you very much. If you need a catalog, we have our annual catalog, and then there's also the holiday catalog right now. So if you don't have a catalog and you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, respond on my website, and I'd be happy to send you out both the current catalogs. And I think that's in January or February maybe, the new catalogs, Occasions and Celebration comes along. And Celebration is the time of year, once a year, only one time, Stampin' Up! Discounts and gives you a free merchandise for every $50 you spend. And you can pick out what you want. And sometimes it's paper, sometimes it's stamp sets, sometimes it's die cuts and punches, and just a wide variety. So you really do get to choose from that. And if anyone's interested in working as a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and earning discounts on their purchases, I'd be happy to talk to you about that at any time. Thanks again. Happy stamping.